Yo, what up? Welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Morales Jr. And today we're joined by a special guest. We got pro boxer Ishmael Davis. How's it going, Ishmael?
It's good, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you so much for making the time. Uh,
hmm
First question we got for you. It's rather basic, and I'm sure you get this asked all the time. And it's how did you get into boxing?
Um, I got into boxing because I always used to fight when I was younger. My brother took me down to the gym. Me and my brother Ishmael Davis, he was a boxer. Well, he still is training now, but he's not professional.
Mhm.
But yeah, we was used to fight a lot at home, fighting on the streets with the kids. So my brother thought, I'd take him down to the gym.
Awesome. And then how did you get the nickname the Black Panther?
My trainer gave me it, Keith Walton. He gave me that nickname, Black Panther. But it just kind of stuck with me because there's like a lot behind that name. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's a strong name, so yeah, I thought, yeah, why not use that name?
I'm sure fighters when they hear they're going up against the Black Panther, that's already kind of scary enough.
Definitely, man.
And then Ishmael, can you tell us a bit about your amateur career? What were some of your accomplishments from back in the day?
I only had one amateur fight.
Oh, none. Okay, you went straight to pros?
One, no,
Oh, just only
one
one?
unlicensed amateur fight.
Yeah, I
But
gotcha.
I've always been in the gym with my friends that have done very well in the amateurs and always been sparring and always been there. But I didn't really. I was going down the wrong road when I was younger. I had twins when I was 14, and then like I kind of went down the wrong path.
That makes your accomplishments even more amazing. You just kind of been learning on the job as a pro.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And yeah, let's get into your pro career. You debuted back in September 2018. What were your emotions heading to your first pro fight?
Wanting to impress, wanting to put on a show for everybody that was there. That came to support me because there was a lot. I did quite a few tickets. It was a small hall show, but I did quite a few tickets, and yeah, I wanted to impress. So I was just trying to knock the guy out.
No, and speaking of impressing, I want to talk about your last fight versus Ewan McKenzie. He was a fellow 8-0 undefeated fighter, and you won by stoppage. Take us back to that fight. What was your game plan, and how would you rate your performance?
um, my game plan is always put on a good performance, good show. I think it's an entertainment business, so you always want to be in exciting fights. And my game plan is always to stop my opponent. That's what I feel like brings the supporters and pleases the supporters. So my game plan's always to get in there. I put a lot of work in the gym. I learn my craft. I'm working on good shots and I'm quite accurate. So if I do what I believe I can do, I don't think anyone's really making it to the finish line. Do you get me? So that's what I always want to do. I always want to get in there and impress and put on a good show, man.
Absolutely. And you kind of been hinting already at the answer for this question, but you'll be back in the ring on March 23rd on the Dalton Smith versus Jose Zepeda card. What can fans expect to see from you on that night?
Uh, a clinical performance. And yeah, Troy's my boy, but you know, like he said in his interview, in for 10 rounds we're not boys, and you
Mhm.
know we'll be shaking hands after and giving each other the boxing hug. But I believe that I'll have the best performance against Troy, and obviously he's had two fights. He lost against Kevin Agiaco, and he lost against Josh Kelly, who are also good operators. But I believe that I can beat him the best out of everyone that's beat him. So I believe that I want to stop him, and I believe I can do. So it's definitely gonna be a good fight because he's a warrior. It's gonna be a tough night's work, but it'll be as easy as I make it. So yeah, that's what I want to do: put on a good show and get the stoppage.
Yep. And then, speaking of Troy Wilson, your next opponent, on paper, he has more than 20 fights in the professional ranks, so it's looking like a tough opponent. But with the win over him, do you think that kind of will be your breakout performance, and your name be more out there after beating him?
Yeah, definitely, man. And it's just showing like my position in the boxing world because I'm one of them fighters. Like everyone calls them throwback fighters. I'm willing to fight anyone in it. I believe we get ready and we go in there and we leave it all in the ring. So there's no one I'm knocking back. And this is my chance to just like prove my position, like what I'm saying, and obviously go on and do better things. But obviously, Troy right now is my main objective, so that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Absolutely. And Ishmael, you debuted much higher weight class than you're currently competing at. You're a super welterweight now. Is super welterweight the weight class you plan to win your first world title at, or do you think eventually that's going to be a higher weight class?
No, that this is my weight class that I want to win my first world title. Like, I'm comfortable at the weight. Um, I perform well at the weight. I feel strong, and yeah, man, I'm here to take over this category first, and then we'll think about the future.
Absolutely. And you've been treating the UK fans to great performances, great shows. Is there any plans for you to make your US debut and kind of show the US fans what you're about?
Yeah, man, God willing, man. Um, hopefully one day I get to come over to the US and put on a good show. But by then, it'll probably be for world titles because there's a lot of good opposition in the American. You know what I mean? In my weight division, so hopefully one day.
You can't wait. Speaking of the future as well, what's a dream venue for you that you like to headline one day?
Madison Square Garden.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah,
iconic.
yeah, man.
Any dream opponents you want to share the ring with?
Um, Dream opponents. Listen, I'd love to share the ring with anyone. Like anyone, all I'm doing is training, working on my craft, and if I make it there, I'll share it with anyone. Anyone who's got the belts.
Absolutely. And then Ishmael, if it was up to you, how many fights would you like to have in 2024?
4 or 5 fights.
4 or 5. Want to stay active.
Yeah, I want to stay active, man. You know, boxing's a short-lived career, so I want to get as much as I can out of the game.
I agree, and I think as the more you fight, your skills will stay sharp. You're always ready.
Yeah, and I stay in the gym all year round. Like I'm never out the gym. I'm out the gym for about 3, 4 days after my fight, and then I'm like, nah, I need to go back to the gym. People are like, yo, have a week off, man. I'm like, after a couple of days, I'm sat in my house twiddling my thumbs. I'm like, nah, I'm going back to the gym. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. Unless I'm on holiday, I'm always in the gym.
No off season in boxing.
You know,
Uh, and then Ishmael, who's been the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with, either in sparring or in a pro fight?
inspiring. Um, Conor Ben is a good punch. He's a big puncher. He works, rotates into his shots well. So him, David Avanesian, big puncher for he's one weight below as well. He's a big puncher. Uh, and then yeah, my weight, yeah, that's it really.
Good
Really,
names.
yeah.
And then who was your favorite boxer growing up?
Floyd Mayweather, my favorite boxer growing up. In
Yeah,
my time. In my time for what like when I was old enough to understand what was going on and all that stuff. Floyd Mayweather, my favorite. He's my favorite boxer now. I don't believe anyone has done what he's done, and then like people who like not real boxing fans don't know what he was doing when he was on the come up.
hmm
It was a force, and he I think he's the best boxer that's ever lived, to be honest. But that's my opinion in it.
No, and he transcended the sport. I was talking just this week to someone who's not a boxing fan, and the one name they know that's a boxer is Floyd Mayweather. It's like, yeah, it's like I remember Floyd Mayweather. That's like the peak of boxing. So
hmm
definitely,
Floyd Mayweather did everything right in it. He was an entertainer in the ring and out the ring. He got everything right. He's a good businessman. That's why he's still living the life he lives now. And yeah, man, he's an entertainer. So, and he's very skilled. No one could beat him. So,
yeah,
it speaks for itself, innit?
absolutely. Next question. What's your number one pound for pound fighter today? If there's more than one that kind of take that spot, you can give me your top three for pound for pound.
Terence Crawford. he's the main man. Canelo Alvarez, he's also the main man as well, different weight categories. Shakur Stevenson, and I like obviously Javante Davis. And an upcoming fighter that I really, really like, is Abdul Mason.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
All right, for this next segment, Ishmael, I'm gonna give you some matchups. These are either confirmed or rumored, and I want you to let me know who you think would win. If it's too close to call, you can also say 50-50, or you can also pass.
Okay.
All right, first one I want to ask you about is Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. How do you see that one playing out?
You know, you know what it is. Francis Ngannou is a strong, strong man. I don't think AJ is going to stop Francis Ngannou. He's too strong, and he eats anything that would knock a normal man out. He eats them up. Judging off the Tyson Fury fight, he's only had one fight, so I'm judging off of that, and he got hit with some good shots, and he just kept coming. Um, he has the power to knock AJ out, but I believe AJ is going to win if he has a good game plan and has some good boxing skills.
That's a great fight. Next one I want to ask you about. This one has the UK buzzing. It sold out thing within the first day, went on sale. It's Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall.
I think Jack Catterall's awful style for Josh Taylor, to be honest. I, I'm looking forward to it is a 50-50 fight, but Jack Catterall definitely won the last fight, in my opinion. But I feel like styles make fights. Josh Taylor is a really good boxer, but I feel like styles make fights, and I don't think Jack Catterall's style suits Josh Taylor.
Yeah, agreed. Next one has been rumored. It's Joshua Buatsi versus Anthony Yard.
Yard.
You got Yard
I
on that
think Yard.
one? You think
Yeah, I
decision or
like
KO?
both. I like both boxers. I think Yard will stop Josh Barton, to be honest.
All right, and then last one. This is the undisputed fight for at the light heavyweight, Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol.
Better be Arthur, better be. I call him Beterbiev, but yeah,
No, all
Arthur
good.
better be. Yeah, I think I just don't see anyone beating him. To be honest, he's a force in it, and if you got good boxing skills, he's difficult to keep off, and then he gets inside and he just keeps going, doesn't he? So yeah, and I don't think um Bivol's got the power to keep him off. Do you know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, styles make fights, so we'll see who can implement their style for that one. But Beterbiev
Mm,
is a monster, so I agree there.
yeah.
Coming back to you, Ishmael. What are some things you like to do outside of boxing? Some of your interests and hobbies.
I like to go on holidays. Um, I like to play Xbox a lot. I'm a gamer.
Nice.
Um, I like cinemas. I like going out for food. Um, I like driving as well. I like going for drives or going go-karting or I love like competing. I like playing a bit of poker as well. Yeah, that's it really.
Nice. And then for the next question, what's the best piece of advice you would give someone who's thinking about going pro and making a career out of boxing?
Um, if you're thinking about going pro, um, put it all into boxing. Like you can't be trying to live. Obviously, you need like sponsors. So obviously, some people need to work. But if you're gonna put your life into boxing, then and you need to work, but just make your boxing the most like make your life most about boxing because it's a difficult, difficult game. And once you get to a certain level, everyone's good. It's about the little percentages that make the biggest difference. So it's 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 boxing, no boxing, no life. So it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just all
Yeah,
about boxing. It's tough. So just be dedicated, work as hard as possible, and fulfill your dreams, man.
that's some great advice. And yeah, I think you hit it on the right on the head. And once you get to a certain level, everyone's good, everyone's great. So it's who did more at the gym, who wants it more.
Mm. It is, man. It really is.
Yeah. Final question we got for you, Ishmael. It's not really a question. It's more so now opening up the floor. What's the message you want to send to your fans and supporters?
Thank you for supporting me. Tune in on the zone on March 23rd, me versus Troy Williamson. It's a big step up, but me myself, I believe that, you know, I'm here to do great things. So tune in and you're being for a good fight and a good night.
There you go. And before we let you go, Ishmael, can you drop your social media handles? Where can people find you?
Ishmael.bp.davis on Instagram. Ishmael Davis BP on Twitter and Ishmael Davis on Facebook.
All right, so everybody go give one follow if you don't already. That way you can kind of keep up to date with all the career moves. And Ishmael, we want to thank you again for making the time for this interview. It was great to get to know you better and talk some boxing. We'll be rooting for you on March 23rd. Can't wait.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Thank you.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks again.
You too, bro.
All right, bye.